Okay, guys, here we go. We're live from New York. So this is the deal, right? A lot of the things that happen in martial arts are freaking stupid. Plain and simple. Just dumb. Upside down, backwards. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. But when it comes down to it, how can you go to a martial arts tournament and not even know who the hell the freaking referee is? See that there? That's the way a referee is supposed to look. Now, some of you guys may be offended, and I don't care. Because the bottom line is that the so-called leaders that be in this industry, there's something wrong with you guys. How can you wear a uniform that you can barely take off yourself, or one that's like a microwave? Now, they're good uniforms for weight loss, usually for that. Anyhow, that's my rant. Puerto Rico, Mexico, and the Caribbean is going to some madness. We're going to do a fundraiser. Why? Because it's the right thing. The Puerto Rico uniforms are in. That's right. See this referee top? It's for your leagues to look like freaking professionals. Here we go, guys. There's the Puerto Rico uniforms, Rek Suits, and the stars and stripe along with the referee tops. As I promised you guys, doing things the way it's supposed to be. Now, some of you may be affected, or I should say, I'm just upset. I'm upset because when people complain to me about how the uniforms, they washed it one time and it came apart, and other people are literally wearing them only because they're sponsored, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. They're wearing their Rek Suits to train, but in reality, they're only wearing the uniforms because they're sponsored. These people send you 3-4 uniforms a year for the sponsored team, and everybody else buys them, and they rip apart. Forget about the fact that you look like a clown half the time. It's just the truth. The shiny Heidi. Come on. But I could be wrong. If you guys like that, cool. I dare you to ask your wife if you look good. She'll tell you the truth. Anyway, enough with that rant. So, sky's the limit in terms of potential. Only challenge is this. Martial arts industry today is upside down in many ways. Sport karate in particular is embarrassing to me. I don't care if it's the traditional form. I don't even care if it's the open form. In the 1980s, we had things right. We had more competitors back then. I went to one of the biggest tournaments this year, and they didn't have 50 black belt competitors in 8 categories. In the meantime, we have more people in the 40 and above. Something wrong with that, right? And that's because of Lee Island. He actually was the one that made people do it. So raising your standards is something that's key. Now, I'm talking to school owners in particular. You turn around and you're missing a big opportunity because your school can earn a lot of income by literally making some good clothing that they can wear in the street. A jacket, a warm-up suit they can actually warm up with. Something that I created years ago. Earning income to your store is one of the easiest ways to market your operation. So that's a stream of income you guys are really, really not having. Now, I just took what used to be Rek Suits, and I'm making the tops more short so you can wear them in the gym, you can wear them down the street, sell them to the parents, The biggest potential of additional income is the merchandising. Again, here's a referee top. This referee top is made out of the same high-performance polyester that never shrinks, never fades. You don't have to iron it. Your students look neat when they wear the actual Rek Suits. And you guys know I made it for Chuck Norris, the World Combat League. You've seen this around when I made it for Macho Products, and then they try to copy. They have not tried. They copied me afterwards. And then recently, since I relaunched the Stars and Stripe uniform, the biggest company in our industry has announced that they're going to do it. But what's the difference? That uniform that they have still is so heavy that you can't even freaking take it off on your own. Raising your standards, changing things, referee tops. If you have a league, guys, contact me. We make these tops for you. So like that, you look like a pro. Let's all go pro. We're going to be certifying referees before the tournament season even starts. It'll start next year. And I know a lot of you guys are listening to other people who are coming up with some great ideas. They got them from me. Enough of this nonsense. I'm the one that brought back Region 10 and so on and so forth. It's getting me a little upset because people copy my stuff and then they make believe like they created it. Now, 9 out of 10 times when you see something that's new in the industry, I had an involvement with it or another. In other words, I influence a lot of people. And I'm not trying to brag. It's just the damn truth. Right? But, again, going back to the reason. These referee tops that can even be used in the street like a woman, like just a regular jacket, shirt, are the way referees should look and will look on a professional level. They're made with a 3/4 sleeve, the same way the Rek Suit is done. And now we're also making the Rek Suit that's more mainstream, so it's going to be short sleeves. You can wear them in the gym. And then when you put it, they have pockets, obviously. They never shrink, they never fade. Can they be done in solid white, solid blue, black? Of course. You know, that's what I'm having my students wear. Now, in a fundraiser for Puerto Rico, here's the Puerto Rican Rek Suits. Yes, made out of the same quality as always. The Puerto Rico Rek Suits, I have them in all sizes, as you can see, and the USA ones. We're going to be giving, well, I'll get the details, but it'll be part of a fundraiser for Puerto Rico, so proceeds, a nice percentage will be going towards the relief efforts. All right, now, for those of you who are going to come to the concerts this weekend, we got Curtis Blue, we got Freedom Williams, and a whole bunch of people from our hands to your hands. I'll be tagging you guys on those concerts in Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. I believe we also have Florida, Chicago, and a few other areas. But, so that's that. Now, those of you, again, who are looking at taking your school to the next level and learning from people who have actually produced results, we're going to be interviewing quite a few people. I have a student in mind who literally is earning six figures a month, and he's not the only one. Actually, I have two former students that are earning 6 figures a month. The only way they do that is by helping people. We're problem solvers, and problem solvers are our job. A lot of you guys have not read a book in years. And because of that, your articulation or your ability to disseminate information to your students has been stagnated. Oh, maybe I'm one of those guys. You see, it's easy for me to say. Honestly, guys, I really believe in the martial arts, but there's a lot of things that really have to be checked. Anyhow, for those of you who need uniforms or anything, for example, you see that bag there? Yes, we made that bag. Monarch is our sister brand. Knockout Gear is also our sister brand. Max here in New York City, Queens, is our company also. Overseas, over 35 years. We can private label stuff for you too. If you have an idea, contact me. Let's see if we can do something. But those of you who have multiple schools, we can really do something for you in terms of increasing your income via quality apparel they can wear in the street. All right, getting back to the karate tournament. So somebody extends their glove and they slap someone to the shoulder and they get a point. And then they look at someone like me like there's something wrong. Hey, Vitali, listen, that uniform there, I gave it to Joe Corley already. Corley has your uniform. Your Stars and Stripe uniform has already been sent to you over there in Atlanta. That's for you. You got it. Take a picture. Please send it to us. Anyhow, what I'm saying is this, guys. Raise your standards. Do not settle for less. It's more than possible. But interconnect with people with similar mind. We are living during some crazy times. Divide and conquer is not something that I'm part of, because when it's all said and done, we must make sure that we help people achieve their lifetime dreams and goals. By doing that, we live vicariously through them. And or, for example, yesterday I taught a wonderful class. I can say that because of the feedback. And that class was for me. I needed to hear the good stuff. The winners never quit, quitters never win. I choose to be a winner. If you can't, you must. If you must, you will. And all the other affirmations I learned from some of the greatest speakers of all time, including Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, rest in peace, Les Brown, and so on and so forth. So leaders are readers, guys, and some of you guys really need to get on the ball with this. Start writing what you consider is quality information and share it with us. Again, not only did the USA uniforms come in, but here you got Puerto Rico. And why would I do that? Because every country is important. Yes, it's impeccable time. It's impeccable time. And, you know, again, what I'm wearing, the referee top, the way professionals should look. What is this representing your country? USA suits came in, Puerto Rico suits came in, and I have over 700 other suits coming in soon. So all you guys who think that what I did in the past is just history, it is. But what I'm doing in the future, it's a lot better. Now, I'm going to do this with or without you, but I'd rather do it with you. A lot of people right now that are watching here know the difference between what was a quality point back in the day and what today they consider a point. Your guys must work with us, US, the Unified Martial Arts Network. We're going to do martial arts the same exact way things used to be done, where it works. Now, I know a lot of you guys have given me some really great compliments saying that my martial arts skills are legendary, which I appreciate that, but in reality, I did not do anything that you can't learn how to do today. The sparring curriculum is called a sniper fighter curriculum, and it's not created by me only. It was influenced by everyone, including, rest in peace, Joe Louis. And I share that information. Yes, each one teach one, share the information, and we all benefit. All of us, U.S., all of us benefit. Referee tops, yes. Puerto Rico uniforms, Stars and Stripes uniforms, yes. You've even seen these types of bags. We manufacture anything. It's a lot of lines that are out there that have different brands, but we make it for them. So if you're looking at expanding what would be the quality of the apparel, contact me. Warm-up suits, Rek Suits. See right there? Masuka will tell you, we just did some rash guards that are phenomenal. Competition. Man, I love competition. But I have students now, and I can't even take them to tournaments because I do not agree with slapping someone to the shoulder with an extended glove for them giving them a point. Plus, at the same time, I can't agree that a bent knee is a point. So, what's the lesson of the day? Raise your standards. Raise your standards. Don't make any excuses. Some of you guys are injured, and you can do exercises to increase the strength and flexibility in the muscles that support your joints. Yes, joints. Hips, knees, and backs and shoulders are the biggest injuries in my class. Every single one of my students have an injury. And they can tell you that because I've been showing them alternative ways to exercise, they are feeling better, not worse. And I'll be putting those videos up because when it comes down to it, the reason I did the split and did things different was because I didn't do the stuff that I was taught by other people who never had the split. How the hell can you teach me when you don't freaking have it? And why would I follow you when you're walking around right now with a messed up hip? And it's sad. It breaks my heart to think about how many of my friends, because of something silly, like training with techniques that really hurt you, are walking around like Yankee Doodle Dandy. That's not my goal, man. That's not your goal. That wasn't their goal. So let's make adjustments. Do not keep teaching things that jeopardize people's health because it's not right, in my opinion. Again, here we got box after box after box of all types of things that we are making for schools. I made the Puerto Rico uniform. Proceeds of this will be going over to Puerto Rico, Mexico, and also the Caribbean in general, Santo Domingo included. We're having concerts with legends like Curtis Blow and Freedom Williams from back in the day. And Puerto Rico, referee tops, United States uniforms, regular Rek Suits is my extension of what is the Max brand, which we make everything, including custom bags for people. And I said it over and over again, but the bottom line is this. Sport karate, as we know it, does not exist anymore. That's just as we knew it. So I'm going to be doing exactly the same way we did it in 2008 with Garth Benz and also Jay Morrison over in the UK, along with a whole bunch of the people at Chris Colombo that came and supported. Now, these guys are leaders in the industry, masters, Kiyoshis, so on and so forth. Wonderful people is the bottom line. So we will be having tournaments that are consistent with the values that you teach in class, as opposed to making believe you scored, get on some gang, and cheat some children, which is not the right thing. Again, some of you guys don't agree with me. You don't have to. But I'm telling you one thing. As a fighter, I was fortunate enough to become very well known worldwide. Fontenay's karate schools, nobody had 6 schools, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan, and I did that in my early 20s. Became a top fighter in my teens. In my 20s, I became a top school owner. In my 30s, I literally invented what changed sport karate. In my 40s, the Unified Martial Arts Network is when it started, and now in my 50s, I am divorced, so I get a chance to do whatever I want, and I'm going to make sure that the sport looks like professionals and teams and school owners are going to be able to earn additional income. Now, this is the bottom line. Helping people is what we do. Problem solving is what your job really is. Leading by example is what makes it even more fun, because the better you become, the more you have to give to other people. And that's my belief. Other people believe otherwise, and that's fine. Now, those of you who are presently competing, you may not want to ever come to a UMAD tournament because it's not going to be consistent with extending your glove and slapping someone to the shoulder. And the gangs will not be running things. The referees will be running things. So stay tuned in terms of certifications. Before the tournament circuit starts, we're going to be having the referees. Makes sense to me. We're not going to put the cart before the horse. First, you get the organizers, and then you promote the events. We're going to have at least 4 events in Region 11. That's New York, New Jersey. And again, I'm not happy with your guys who have conversations with me and taking my freaking ideas and running with them. I will shout you out very soon, because when it comes down to it, I don't like that. Be honest with me. Tell me that what you're doing is trying to juice my mind, and then I'll decide if I want to give it to you. Otherwise, I don't agree. I do not agree with biters. People who take your ideas and use them. Yeah, maybe I'm stupid, but when it comes down to it, I'll never do it. Each one, teach one, let's share, and we can all at least do the best we can. So, what can I give you before we leave? I love this. I really, really love martial arts. At age 51, I get a chance to hopefully stay alive. Some of you saw the video with me and my grandson, who happens now to be 4 years old. At the time, he was just about 1.5 years, and was able to follow me. Leading by example was fun. And this is what most instructors could be doing. You know, Shihan Lou Ferrer, oh my God, I'm so impressed by what he's doing. He's teaching children of all ages. When years ago, he had predominantly adults. He's teaching 7 days a week. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You know, we just begun, guys. I need help. I need help with people who know better, so you do not have to give a point for some nonsense that you know is not a point. Slapping someone to the shoulder with an extended glove. Come on, guys. I know some of you, your stomach turns, but you sold out because you became part of what would be today's environment of nonsense. And what they've done to katas, forms, is even more embarrassing. How could you have a 5-year-old kid doing cartwheels and back handsprings in the form? Come on. Put them in the open division. Anyway, this is for the people who do not like the nonsense. We have a legend like Jay Bell right now. Jay, think about this. Every time you punch somebody, you did it with bad intention. You almost broke my jaw one time. Imagine today, they wouldn't even give you, they will give you a point. They'll give the other point. If they kick you to the elbow, they will give the other person a point. And then they make believe like we don't know what the hell we're talking about. When the pioneers and legends are still around, they look at us like we're some old has-beens. That's why when I compete in tournaments, I still knock them out. In the tradition of anybody who can actually do that. Now, why do I do that? Because they would do it if they would do it if they could. Now, this might sound like some hostile words, but I am really not happy with what has happened in sport karate, and I'm going to do something about it. And I do need your help. Regions 1 through 12 in the United States, like Karate Illustrated had, is what we're going to be having. So if you're interested in participating, whether it's from a referee standpoint, a promoter standpoint, or just having your schools, and by the way, the schools are in a joint venture with the promoters. That's right. You're an income equality too. It's the right thing to do. It's only right. There's no tournaments without the schools, and the schools themselves, I'm sure, have bills, and they need some income also, including from the spectators. Anyhow, the Unified Martial Arts Network, UMAN, is here. In Facebook, I have a group of over 800 people. I'm going to start adding more people. If you want to be added to it, please send me a personal message. If you're looking to create what would be a nice warm-up suit for your school, let me know. If you want to become a successful school owner, guys, if you ask anybody, yes, I became a top fighter. But my instructors or students have schools, and at the very least, they make 5 figures a month, some making 6 figures a month, while teaching quality martial arts. You do not have to be a sellout. You can sell out equipment. Get the difference? But you do not have to be a sellout. You do not have to say, well, times have changed, so if someone comes at the person and their knee is bent, give a point for that. Come on. That's freaking stupid. Yeah, I said it. It's freaking dumb. And we will be competing in some of those tournaments because I can't compete in events that I promote or that's part of the circuit. So I will be going along with some of my students to some of these other events, showing the difference in quality. If you are giving points for that, then you are part of the problem also, because that means that you have conformed to the things. There is no leadership whatsoever. And you guys honestly make me freaking want to cry when I think about how a great martial artist who knows better literally is selling out by following these idiots that give points for techniques that didn't even go inside the hoop. Didn't even hit the rim. Didn't even hit the backboard. They just threw the ball and they hit the freaking court. And they look at us like we don't know what the hell we're talking about. We got pioneers and legends right now that are reading, that are watching this, and your guys are the ones that we need. Region 12 in the house, Region 11, Region 10. I see someone here from Region number 9. And those of you who I'm speaking about these regions, you know what I'm talking about. Karate Illustrated was the bomb. When there was 50, 60, 70 people in the division, we had to separate it in half at the Battle of Atlanta. Things like that. And I went to one of the top tournaments this year again. There wasn't even 50 people in 8 divisions combined. So if what they're doing today works, why don't they have more competitors in that division? In the meantime, when we look at Grappler's Quest and Naga, those guys have 3 and 4 times more than us. No one's saying the damn truth, because all you guys want to be politically correct. I don't give a damn about that. I want to make sure my students have a good place to be able to compete. And I, as a spectator, can at least enjoy myself. When it comes to the uniforms, don't fall for those clown suits. When you got a shiny hiney, come on, man. I mean, you probably say that's fancy. That's not fancy. Ask your girl. She'll tell you the damn truth if that uniform looks good. On top of that, they don't even last. These Rek suits, whether you like them or not, we're going to last you an entire lifetime. I got people that literally have their suits for 18 and 19 years. Anyhow, that's my rant of the day, guys. Anyway you put it, we're extended family in martial arts, as dysfunctional as anything. Rex is on their way. Hey, Don Divide, the Stars and Stripe finally came in. Give me about a day or two before the ship out, because you are exactly the type of person I'm talking about. Goldberg, how you doing, sir? And shout out to anybody else who's here right now. I appreciate your time. If I offended anybody, that wasn't my intention. But if I did, too bad, because if you believe otherwise, that's on you. Ayatu. Sport karate is something that changed my life for the better. And when I see what has happened, it's literally disgusting to me. And when these people conform to the new times where things have changed, not for me. You will be able to have your students compete at events and not have to tell them, well, here, this is a sidekick or a chamber, but a chamber is 2 points at a tournament. 2. Yeah, you should be wearing a 2. Freaking ballerinas. All right, guys, I'm done. God bless, best wishes. Jerry Fast Feet Fontenay. I'm out of here. AB, see ya.